being a spy is about playing other characters.
My grand entrance in this show is undercover as an impoverished Russian whore.
At first you don't know who he is, and then you see him walk into the grid at the end after saving the day, and you meet the kind of fun, brave Dmitri for the first time.
It's one of the things we investigate a lot in this series are identities and deceptions. I've realised in this series that Lucas is actually probably a better actor than I am. I mean, he really has managed to fool people for a long time as to, who he is, what he's doing, how he does it, the characters and the mantles that he takes on in order to do his job, and he becomes more skillful at it all the time.
It's just keeping up the lies, isn't it? That's what it is, and having this whole new identity. It's kind of this fantasy, isn't it, just being somebody new.
I think I'd find it really, really difficult to be convincingly undercover without a script.
You need to be completely grey and sort of disappear and not stand out in any way.
You have to gain people's complete trust.
Tarek, where's Lucas?
Be able to turn on them as soon as you need to survive.
There's a great deal of betrayal this year. Everyone's monitoring each other on the grid, and that's the first time I've noticed us ever doing that.
Everybody's reading each other's characters and working out who they can trust, so it's interesting.
And as Lucas's real persona starts to surface, the issue of betrayal slowly turns in on the team themselves.
I was stranded in Dakar with no ticket home, no passport. I needed to pay my way back.
Harry not believing Ruth. Devastating. Because I thought you would. I presumed he would believe me, and he doesn't believe me.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah, that's a huge betrayal.
You've got some very, very intense drama happening between actors who've worked a lot together over the last few series.
They know each other, but they don't really know each other. As Lucas has proved that they all believed in Lucas, they believe in him, but he isn't the man they thought he was. It's all about appearance. These guys are really good actors to each other, so actually they're not able to forge relationships based on any kind of truth with anyone.
I love you. So there. Okie dokie.
No.
Maisie, sweetheart, hurry up.
Ellie, I'm not like you. I can't open up very well.
There isn't time to have a personal life, I don't think, as a spy. There isn't time to have a personal life being a spook in make-believe either.
They all share this common problem that they have no private life. The job has become become everything for them.
And I think that's why Maya is so crucial to this whole story, because it's one moment where it's like electric and it's real, and it's probably the only moment I think Lucas has had for 3 series where everything falls away.
It's all about sort of truth and lies in a way, and secrets and lies, and somehow I think holding on to yourself within that. And it's why Harry Pearce has been such a remarkable character along the years.
You have to be able to decide, if I do X, which produces this sort of damage, it'll actually, in the long run, save a lot more. And I think that's a very tough way of living your life, and I think it must be very, very lonely.
That sort of numbing effect of the job on Ruth is very interesting. Even though Harry had her husband murdered and a boy sent home without his father, she still loves him.
There was something else too.
There'll always be something else, Ruth.
Ruth says you kill somebody and you're not fine, but you say you're fine, and then you come back to work the next day. So I think there is a high price to this job.
Hey, George.
Morning, Tom. Early start this morning?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Tom Quinn had an exploding conscience.
What is it?
What is what?
Your real name.
Tom Quinn.
The weight of the job led to a point where he couldn't hold everything together anymore.
14. 13. 12.
Ellie, I love you.
Stop.
Adam, we went down the post-traumatic stress disorder route. Everyone talks about Roz the Ice Queen, but there was such heart behind the toughness. She cared so much about her job and about the people in it, and I think that's why people loved her, and love all our characters, actually.
I was adjusting extremely well to the concept that I was never going to see you again.
That's a nice way to talk to an old shipmate.
Oh, come on, you used MI5 codes to black your way into the building. What did you expect?
I think the heart of Beth is very good. And I think she's in this because she does have a vested interest in making the world a better place.
Put the gun down! Get out of the way! Put the gun down!
Harry will help you like he helped me. Now just put the gun down.
A lot of people went to places like Iraq after Saddam fell in the private sector and made an awful lot of money, and Beth is a product of that world.
You have no idea what you've done!
Tell me what I've done.
Dimitri came from a special boat services. The guys like the SAS, but they do everything above, below, on the water. So these guys are like the toughest as they come, really.
What I like about these two new characters in the show is I think they really bring an essence of a bit of lightness to it.
They kind of, take it with a pinch of salt at first and give each other sideways glances, and it gets a little serious. I remember first day working in here and just being blown away, really, by the surroundings and the gravitas of being, on the grid for the first time.
I get the giggles quite a lot, uncontrollably, on my own, just because the tension in the rooms and in the scenes is so fraught. And Peter Firth is really naughty because he knows that I have the tendency towards corpsing.
And he has a twinkle in his eye that is impossible to resist.
We were in the edit and we were watching it, and there's something between them.
Nicola's married, which is a bit of a hindrance to my intentions. So I have to just live through the character, really, and play out
for the same reason.
So we're having a love affair. Fortunately, everyone watching can share it. Slightly voyeuristic, but that's the nature of drama. And next year, we may even get the consummation. So stay tuned.
I didn't say come in. Did I say come in? Did I?
Harry Pearce passed all the loyalty tests. He's more loyal than the Prime Minister himself. He is the bedrock on which this country is built, which is why he's head of MI5. But when it comes to Ruth, finally, there is a chink in his armour.
Harry Pearce. Giving up a state secret. Committing treason for just one life.
Not just any life. Where is she?
Harry has to make big decisions whether to sacrifice Ruth or to save her, and it's a dilemma. It's brilliant. It's good drama.
It's the only time in the whole series that Harry has compromised his professional duty for personal feelings, and I think that's a measure of.
Yeah, but except you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, you don't, because it doesn't mean anything.
Well, no, but apparently it looks like I do.
No.
Am I not keeping up?
No, it's like being married.
See? And as in most marriages, she's the clever one.
No.
And I'm just tagging along and chopping wood.
You're the man I think I am, and you're the man I think I am. You're the man I think.
Yeah, I'm the man you think I am, ultimately.
if Albany had been real and you'd sold it to the Chinese, I'd have gone, Harry, how could you have possibly done that? She wouldn't have felt that it was worth it.
I don't agree. I think this is the moment that...
that's interesting.
You know, it's come at this time, certainly in Harry's life, that he's somewhat disenchanted with being a tool of the state.
I'm sorry for everything, really. Truly sorry.
Well, I actually think Harry's always, but still, despite everything, is consistent. There is a line he still cannot cross, even if it meant he would have to sacrifice his love for this woman. I think he's questioning himself, but more he's questioning the world.
Ruth, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Yes, well, thanks for that. Thanks for trying.
Because it comes at a very high price. Because there is a lot of death and there is a lot of loss.
It's quite a big price to pay, isn't it? To say, OK, I'll give you everything, I'll give you my life, I'll give you my identity, and then I will die for my country. And what do you get back? You don't get anything back.
Real life's not really like that, though, is it? Is it?
No, it's the cost of being a TV spy, I think. This is a high-octane hokum.
You want those moments, you want those amazingly heightened operatic moments, but you want them to feel authentic and real, and I think that's what we achieved. It's the most exciting television show there is.